What you're about to hear may surprise you. There are 11 things you should never, ever do for a woman if you want to build healthy, mutually fulfilling relationships. This list is the result of thoughtful research, insights from relationship experts, and my experience guiding men through the complexities of dating and relationships. Before we dive in, let me be clear. This isn't about disrespecting or mistreating women, far from it. This advice is designed to help you avoid common mistakes that can sabotage your connections. By steering clear of these 11 critical errors, you'll create deeper connections, spark genuine attraction, and lay the groundwork for relationships rooted in mutual respect and understanding. If you're ready to take your relationships to the next level, let's jump into the 11 things you should never, ever do for a woman. Number 11, never put her on a pedestal. It's easy to see an attractive woman and convince yourself that she's flawless, like a goddess, a queen, or someone who could do no wrong. But here's the truth. When you idolize a woman by endlessly complimenting her, showering her with gifts, and bending over backward for her approval, you don't win her admiration. In fact, you do the opposite. This behavior can drain her attraction and respect for you. Why does this happen? At a core level, women are naturally drawn to strong, confident men who exude independence. When you treat her as if she's above you, it signals insecurity and neediness. The dynamic shifts, making her feel like she's the prize while you are chasing her validation. And without that balance of masculine confidence, the natural attraction she feels for you starts to fade. Here's a relatable example. Imagine a guy who constantly puts his partner first to the point of neglecting his own life. He skips workouts, avoids his hobbies, or says no to career opportunities just to spend every moment with her. While she might appreciate the attention at first, eventually, she'll notice the lack of personal ambition and confidence, and her respect for him will dwindle. Instead of placing her on a pedestal, cherish her in a way that stems from self-worth and inner strength. Compliment her when it's genuine, but don't overdo it. Stay true to your goals, focus on your mission, and maintain a strong sense of independence. When you have your own foundation, you inspire her to admire and respect you, creating a dynamic where she values and earns your commitment, not the other way around. Remember, true attraction isn't built by worshipping her, but by standing firm in your own value. Number 10. Never agree with everything she says. When you're captivated by someone, it can be tempting to agree with her every word just to keep the peace or stay in her good graces. But doing so stifles authentic communication, and over time, it can harm the connection between you. Healthy relationships are built on honest, open exchanges, not blind agreement. Think about it. If you always nod along and hold back your true thoughts, you're not fostering real intimacy. That old saying, happy wife, happy life, misses the mark. Research shows that couples who respectfully share differing opinions and challenge each other enjoy deeper bonds and greater satisfaction. Women are naturally drawn to emotionally grounded men who know themselves. When you echo her opinions like a yes man, you deprive her of the chance to know your authentic self. Over time, she'll sense that your feelings aren't tied to real convictions or boundaries, and on a deeper level, your inability to express disagreement signals weakness, not the strong, confident energy her instincts crave. For example, imagine she suggests a spontaneous trip, but you know your priorities or budget don't align with the idea. Instead of saying, sure, whatever you want, respectfully explain your perspective. This doesn't mean shutting her down, but showing her that you're thoughtful and intentional about your choices. Disagreement, when handled maturely, builds respect and intimacy. Sharing your genuine beliefs, even when they don't align with Hers strengthens the trust between you. Blind loyalty isn't love, it's avoidance. True love grows through understanding and co-creation, where both partners feel seen and heard. The biggest relationship mistakes are still ahead, so stay tuned for more insights. Number 9, never hide your masculine essence from a woman. As men of the past instinctively understood, women are deeply drawn to men who are grounded in their primal masculine energy. However, modern society often encourages men to suppress this natural strength out of fear of offending others. This well-intentioned but misguided approach can backfire, depriving a woman of the connection she truly craves. When you neuter your decisiveness, passion, and perspective in an effort to appear sensitive, you rob her of experiencing your authentic self. Your masculine essence, rooted in clarity, confidence, and strength, is not something to be hidden or diluted. It's a vital part of the dynamic that creates attraction and deep connection. For instance, imagine you're planning a date and, instead of confidently deciding on a place or activity, you keep asking her what she wants until she gets frustrated. What she really desires in moments like this is your decisiveness, a sign that you can lead with intention and clarity. Stand tall in your warrior energy. Speak from your heart with conviction, even if it means disagreeing with her from time to time. Own your preferences instead of always deferring. Face challenges and conflicts head-on rather than avoiding them. This courage and strength tap into the primal energy that naturally ignites feminine attraction. When you hold your ground and embrace your true masculine self, you create space for her feminine energy to flow freely, complementing and harmonizing with your own. This balance is what fosters deeper, more passionate connections. The next mistakes might be tough to hear, but they're essential for building meaningful and lasting relationships. So, stick around. Number 8. Never over-text a woman. In today's world, texting often feels like the easiest way to build a budding connection. But when you text excessively or make yourself overly available, it can come across as desperate, one of the biggest attraction killers. Women are naturally drawn to men with purpose and drive, men who stand out from the crowd. When you're constantly texting, replying instantly, or always pushing to make plans, you signal that you don't have much else going on. Instead of excitement, she starts associating you with feelings of pressure and annoyance. Think about it like this. If a man spends all day texting a woman about her favorite shows or random small talk, she might engage for a while. But over time, the lack of substance and overbearing presence can make her feel drained. Instead of the confident, mysterious man who excites her, you risk becoming the overly eager, nice guy who overwhelms her. Instead, embrace purposeful communication. Be intentional with your messages. Text to set up dates or move things forward toward meaningful, real-world interactions. Avoid overanalyzing her responses or obsessing over when to text back. Playing it cool and showing patience creates curiosity and intrigue, which are far more powerful than constant digital attention. Remember, attraction grows in the space between interactions. Your restraint and focus on meaningful moments will build more desire than endless texting ever could. The last few mistakes we're about to discuss will truly separate the men from the boys. Stay tuned, gentlemen, and level up your dating game. Number 7. Never validate a woman excessively. Showering a woman with constant compliments, especially superficial ones about her looks, can backfire. While an occasional sincere compliment can light her up, excessive validation sends the wrong message. It signals emotional weakness and approval-seeking, which undermines your self-worth. Healthy masculine energy flows outward to give value, not inward to seek it. Men who excessively praise women often do so from a place of scarcity, hoping to gain her favor by filling their own emotional void. But here's the catch: women can sense when compliments are insincere or given with an ulterior motive. Rather than boosting her confidence, it comes off as manipulative or needy. For example, imagine a man who repeatedly comments on how beautiful a woman is during every interaction. At first, she may appreciate it, but over time, it starts to feel hollow. Instead of feeling special, she begins to see these compliments as common and unremarkable. Worse, it trains her ego to rely on external validation rather than cultivating her own self-confidence. What she truly yearns for is a man with a sense of pride and purpose who recognizes her best traits as rare and extraordinary. Compliment her selectively and sincerely, highlight her unique qualities that stand out to you. This approach frames your attention as something valuable, not a given, and inspires her to qualify herself to you instead of the other way around. Number 6. Never let a woman walk all over you. Avoiding conflict and letting bad behavior slide may feel like the easier path, but it's a slippery slope that leads to disrespect. Women lose attraction for men they see as pushovers. Healthy boundaries are essential for maintaining respect and connection in any relationship. Women are drawn to men with a strong sense of self-worth who are unafraid to say, "Enough." Yet, too many men avoid standing up for themselves, fearing they'll lose her if they rock the boat. This passive acceptance of mistreatment sends a clear signal: you don't value yourself. And if you don't value yourself, how can she? For instance, imagine she cancels plans repeatedly without explanation. A man with boundaries would address the behavior calmly but firmly, making it clear he won't tolerate disrespect. On the other hand, a man who lets it slide trains her to believe it's okay to treat him poorly. When you silently endure bad behavior, you breed resentment, and she begins to see you as someone who lacks the strength to lead. Women don't desire men who grovel for scraps of affection. They're drawn to men who demand respect because they value themselves. If she attempts to shame, control, or disrespect you, address it unapologetically. Speak your truth and uphold your boundaries. Remember, you teach people how to treat you, and emotionally strong men refuse to tolerate abuse. By standing tall and maintaining your self-respect, you not only protect your dignity but also keep her respect and attraction alive. Number 5. Never ignore red flags or tolerate intolerable behavior. Infatuation can blind you to the truth. When you're caught up in the rush of attraction, it's easy to dismiss glaring red flags or make excuses for intolerable behavior just to keep the relationship going. But turning a blind eye to these warning signs is a fast track to misery. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and emotional stability. Women thrive in relationships where their energy reflects the emotional strength of their partner. When you tolerate poor treatment, be it manipulation, disrespect, or dishonesty, you unintentionally enable and magnify those dynamics. Over time, the relationship becomes a breeding ground for toxicity, with both partners reinforcing each other's worst traits. Consider a scenario where a woman consistently belittles you in public or ignores your boundaries. If you choose to brush it off or downplay it, the behavior is likely to escalate. Slowly but surely, the mistreatment becomes normalized, creating a toxic cycle where moments of affection feel euphoric, but the lows leave you questioning your self-worth. The only way to avoid this downward spiral is by refusing to tolerate the intolerable. The moment a woman crosses a boundary and shows no remorse, you must be ready to walk away, no matter how painful it may feel him in the moment. Your dignity and self-respect are not negotiable, and protecting them is the foundation of any healthy connection. Number 4. Never rush prematurely into commitments. Early on, the excitement of a new relationship can feel intoxicating. The chemistry is electric, the conversations are endless, and it's tempting to slap on labels like boyfriend and girlfriend as soon as possible. But rushing into commitments too quickly often spells disaster. Building a strong, lasting bond requires patience. Declaring commitment too soon puts undue pressure on a budding connection, stifling the natural flow of intimacy that needs time to deepen. When you push for a label or get overly attached too quickly, it comes across as clingy and needy, qualities that can make a woman pull away. True feminine energy gravitates toward masculine energy that is deliberate, confident, and grounded. By slowing down and giving the relationship space to grow, you allow her interest and desire to blossom organically. Conversely, desperate or rushed energy can feel suffocating, causing her to question your self-assuredness. If you find yourself struggling with the urge to rush, consider dating other women casually. This can help you avoid becoming consumed by scarcity fears and keep you grounded in your own value. Remember, if the relationship is meant to evolve into something serious, it will happen naturally. There's no need to force the timeline. Pay attention, fellas. The next 3 mistakes are the most critical of all. Avoid them at all costs, as they can make or break your chances of dating success. Stay tuned. Number 3, never lose focus on your mission and purpose. When you fall hard for someone, it's easy to let your personal goals slip away, consumed by the thrill of romance. But here's the hard truth. Women are deeply attracted to men who are steadfast in their mission and purpose, men who stand tall and prioritize their ambitions over fleeting distractions. A man who abandons his dreams and aspirations for love unintentionally signals instability. Her subconscious begins to question, if he can let go of his goals so easily, what else will he let go of? This isn't just about achieving success. It's about showing that you're grounded, resilient, and capable of leading a balanced life. Imagine a man with a clear vision for his career, health, or personal growth. He's passionate about his work, disciplined in his routines, and radiates confidence. Now contrast this with a man who neglects his goals to spend all his time with a romantic partner. Initially, she might enjoy the attention, but over time, she'll feel less admiration for a man who seems lost without her. Stay true to your purpose. Focus on your aspirations, whether that's building a business, mastering a craft, or improving yourself. A man with a strong sense of direction is irresistible because he's unshakable. Women are drawn to the energy of someone who can lead himself, and by extension, others. Number 2, never neglect close friendships and family for a girlfriend. In the glow of a new relationship, it's tempting to invest all your time and energy into that one connection. But sacrificing your relationships with close friends and family for romance is a critical mistake. Strong men maintain their bonds outside of romantic relationships. Why? Because these connections form the foundation of their character and confidence. Close friendships and family ties demonstrate social proof. You're someone who's valued and respected by others, making you even more attractive. More importantly, keeping these relationships intact shows that you won't allow anyone to monopolize your life. It signals that you have strong boundaries, high self-worth, and a life that's full and rich with meaning beyond romantic attachment. This independence isn't just admirable, it's essential. For example, if you cancel plans with friends or skip family gatherings every time your partner calls, you send a message that your life revolves around her. While she might enjoy the power initially, over time it will breed resentment and diminish her respect for you. A woman values a man who remains grounded, with a strong support network and a well-rounded life. So, nurture your friendships, spend time with family, and honor those relationships. A solid social circle is not only fulfilling, it's the bedrock for a healthy, balanced life. Women are naturally attracted to men who thrive within their communities, not those who isolate themselves in relationships. And now, gentlemen, we've reached the pinnacle of dating wisdom. This is the #1 mistake you must avoid at all. Costs if you want a fulfilling, lasting relationship. Are you ready for it? Here it is. #1, never compromise your core values or well-being for a woman. When infatuation takes over, it's easy to feel tempted to bend your values, disregard your boundaries, or tolerate mistreatment just to keep her happy. But this is the gravest mistake you can make. The strongest relationships are built on mutual respect for each other's truths and an unwavering commitment to individual principles. If a woman truly values you, she will respect your boundaries and stand behind your non-negotiable standards. She will want what's best for you, just as you will want what's best for her. However, the moment you compromise your values in an attempt to please her, several damaging dynamics come into play. First, you signal that earning her approval is more important than staying true to yourself. This scarcity mindset, rooted in neediness, actually pushes her away. She begins to see you as a boy who denies his true self, rather than a man who is firm in his identity. Second, you teach her that tantrums, emotional manipulation, or threats can force you to abandon your principles. She will lose respect for you and start wielding more influence over your decisions, which creates an unhealthy power dynamic in the relationship. Before long, you'll find yourself following her agenda by default, giving in to manipulation, and losing your sense of self. Ultimately, this compromises your own self-concept, leaving you adrift without the moral compass that should guide you. A strong masculine essence flows from men who are firmly rooted in their truths. So the next time a woman pressures you to compromise, stand firm in your convictions. Don't sacrifice your core values for anyone. A woman who diminishes or disrespects your core principles doesn't deserve to share in your growth and success. And there you have it, gentlemen. The 11 non-negotiable things you should never do for a woman if you want to create healthy, successful relationships based on authenticity, mutual respect, and deep desire. Now go out there and walk your path unapologetically. Let your masculine essence shine, express your truths with confidence, and connect authentically. This is the mindset that will earn her genuine admiration and lasting attraction. I trust you with this game-changing advice. Let me know in the comments how these insights impact your dating life, and don't forget to like and subscribe.